Hi guys, and welcome back to the Rise of the Moors. Apologies for the slight delay in transmission. It's been a little bit difficult for me to commit time to this in the lead up to Christmas, but now we've got that out of the way, hopefully we can press on. So I'm really keen to crack on and finish this season and really progress the series really. Okay, so let's have a look at the highlights from the matches in February and then we'll crack on with the episode. See you on the other side. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag of results throughout February. A few of the games were quite even, and a couple of the games we just edged, and in others we've absolutely dominated. The Harrogate, Gainsborough and Tamworth game they're all quite even between the teams. We were lucky not to take the Tranmere game to a replay really. I think we had the better of the chances in that game, and actually it was a piece of pretty poor goalkeeping that led to their goal. The Telford game we absolutely dominated and we should have won by a much greater margin I think in that game. And then going into the last couple we just weren't clinical enough in front of goal. And the Tamworth game, that was another one where we really should have scored a couple more than we did. So I think going into the latter stages of the season, I just don't think we've been clinical enough in front of goal. Occasionally we've been quite wasteful on the ball. And although our patient build-up has been good and we've been keeping the ball, I think our speed of the transitional play has been too slow, and that's been allowing opposition defences to reorganise and get men behind the ball. Now, I don't mind this patient build-up, but there occasionally is quite frustrating where we're just not using the ball quick enough really for my liking. So that sort of ball retention and speed of transitional play I'll be having a look at and try and tweak some of the tactics to sort of adjust that ever so slightly. So we've got most of our injured players back. It's just our utility man James Armson, he's out now for a couple of weeks. So quick look at the stats. Jake Sheridan, Godden, Beasley, Odiambo and Jean-Michel Fontaine up there in the goals. So that's a pretty good contribution from our front few, especially Matt Godden and Jake Beasley, who haven't been playing as much. In the league though, it's Odiambo and Sheridan really. As far as assists go, again it's that outlet, the wide men. Sheridan and Glasgow have been the pick of the bunch really. Pass completion rate, standout men there, Odiambo and Jack Haddon. Overall average rating for the league is Jack Byrne and Adam Walker at the top there. So a decent contribution from a lot of the players. No real standout performer, I wouldn't say. So as far as the league goes, we're still 15 points clear at the top, but we've now got a game in hand. Now, since the 0-0 draw that Boston United had with us, they've actually only won 4 out of the 12 league games since then. And that sort of poor form does extend into the other teams around the top. And that's really created quite a congested battle for the remaining playoff spots. And at this stage, I can't really see a challenge coming from Boston or Telford at this stage either, because of their poor form. So I don't think there's a real risk there. I think it will take a big collapse of our form now for us to not win the league. Whilst we're not getting ahead of ourselves, we are already planning for next season, reviewing the squad, looking who we're going to retain, and I'm also looking at the other transfer targets. But more on that in the next couple of episodes, I would think. So today is our game in hand. We're playing bottom of the table Curzon Ashton in this fixture. And really, I'm expecting a comfortable victory here. It's not too many days since the last fixture, so we've had to change around a little bit. Jean-Michel Fontaine's come back in. He came off the bench to score the equaliser in the last game, so he'll start in this fixture. Matthew Fletcher on the left, Eric Odiambo on the right. Jake Sheridan has been playing since his return from injury. Not fantastic form though, so he'll start on the bench. We're then in the middle of the park, we've got Jack Byrne and Nathan Waters. Quansah to play as the DM today, as we rest Jack Haddon, and then the usual defensive unit. Expecting comfortable victory, but this should give us the opportunity for a few of these players to really have a bit more of a contribution. I'm going to go for control in this game, and I'm going to take retain possession off, just because I want them to utilise the ball a bit quicker in this fixture. So let's have a look at this fixture then. We are heavy favourites. Curzon Ashton are at the bottom. I don't think it should really be a contest. I think we should really win convincingly here. They're playing quite a narrow system, so hopefully our wide men will have a bit of success, but we'll also have to make sure that we're not getting overrun in the middle of the park. I think Keenan Quansah is going to have a bit of a big job today. We're going to close down their wing, well, sort of their full-backs really, especially in that sort of system that they're playing, as is their holding midfielder as well. As far as we're going, then really a bit of faith in the team I think today. I mean, our morale is okay. Was a bit lower after the losses in the last episode. Seems we've turned a bit of a corner now, and hopefully putting a few more results together will sort that out. So we'll see how we get on today. Looks like quite a wet evening. It's Odiambo on the right wing now. Hopefully he's going to have a good performance again. It's a free kick to the Moors here out on the right. Spell of possession for Curzon A in the first few minutes though, but it's balanced back out in our favour. No real opportunities for either team really in the first quarter of the game. Jack Byrne now, he finds Odiambo. What can he do? Glasgow now, it's a long ball forward to Fontaine. He's in behind goal. It's a good save from their goalkeeper, and it's a corner now. It's taken by Matty Fletcher. He can't find anybody, and the ball's cleared to the halfway line. We should be winning this game convincingly, I would say. I won't be happy with anything other than a victory here, but no real contribution and no real good performance from any of our players thus far. It's quite even on the possession stats as well, and it looks like we're getting to half time with nothing really happening. So I'm not happy. We need a lot more to come from Jean-Michel Fontaine. as well as our top midfielders as well. It's Curzon to start the second half then. Again, quite a quiet opening to the second half here. Our pass completion rate is pretty identical to Curzon. They've made a couple of substitutions so far, and our players really haven't been contributing too much. I think it's about time for some tactical changes as well. Fontaine just hasn't turned up today. I'm going to bring Beasley on. I need his pace up top, I think, today. And Callum Gittings as well. Let's bring him on for Nathan Waters in the middle of the park, and I think Sheridan as well is about ready for an outing on that left wing. I think we have to go attacking at this stage and give them a bit of encouragement. It's Gittings now. He's got his back to goal and working backwards. Alfie Young. This is the 80th minute. They force us back to our goalkeeper. Simpson, he finds Franklin on the left. Gittings now with the ball forward, and Sheridan. Can he find a good ball in from the left? He does, and it's up to Beasley, and he's found the back of the net. It's 10th of the season. Great header from Jake Beasley. It's a good ball forward for Sheridan, and he finds a decent cross, and really, I think the Curzon defenders should have got a bit tighter to Beasley there. Going to control now. Gittings with a corner. He fires it in. It's cleared to Street. Into Keenan Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa with a good ball forward. Diambo, great save. He had the whole goal to aim at there. Anywhere else, it would have gone in. Glasgow with the throw in. Diambo's beaten to the ball, and Curzon managed to clear it now. Quite a quiet game all round. I think I think this should be the last highlight here. It's Curzon making their way forward into Cole, and it's full time here at the Tameside Stadium. An unconvincing win, not a particularly good performance, and that was a reflection of the last few games that we've had as well against Gainsborough and Tamworth. We just didn't play as well as we have shown earlier in the season. Yeah, we've rested a couple of players, but really not good enough, I wouldn't say. But a win is a win, and that's put us 18 points clear at the top now. But a scrappy 1-0 win against bottom of the table Curzon, just not really good enough. So not many remaining fixtures between now and the end of the season, and only a few tricky games to play as well. And hopefully those better performances would have returned by the time we come back in the next episode, which will be the fixture at home to Corby at the end of March. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Cheers.